Hey y'all, Jen Hernandez, Loan with Jen. So today we're going to talk about how to choose a lender when buying a house. So we will be right back. You don't want to miss this one. Talk to you in a minute. Okay, we're back. So how to choose a mortgage lender when buying a house. And hey, by the way, before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe if you get a lot out of this video. We release 2 videos a week that help home buyers and industry professionals get the right information. So here we go. How to choose a mortgage lender when buying a house. So I've picked 6 or 7 of the things that I believe are more important. So I've closed almost 4,000 loans. Not to brag, I don't say that to brag, I say that because I've got experience, I've seen what works, I've seen what's important, and so I want to give you guys that here and save you hours of research and also save you some heartache as well. So number 1, definitely shop around, but get a referral. So I know it's so tempting to go online and go to all those online portals. I'm just not going to name any here. I think we'll be fair to everybody, but get at least 1 or 2 local banks or lenders that you're talking to. It doesn't have to be a bank, it can be a mortgage lender. And the reason is there's a couple of things that the online or national lenders do not know. Number 1, calculating your payment, super important. I've got another video about calculating payment where I talk about it as well. Calculating your payment and knowing local taxes and insurance is imperative. It is impossible for a national lender to know all of the pockets of all of the thousands of counties in the United States. So you could be missing something if you don't also have a local second opinion, okay? The other thing is down payment assistance. There's lots of down payment assistance available, even if you're not a first-time home buyer. So a local lender is gonna know the city, county, and state specific down payment assistance that's available. So again, local lenders, it's great to have them in the mix of who you're talking to as well, okay? Number 2, after you've gotten the referral, interview several, go see them in person. I definitely would see in person the individual or the company that you are going to be placing your business with. You're giving this personal information over. Make the effort to see them in person if they're geographically, you're able to do it, or even if it's in a video. Say, hey, can we do a Zoom video or a FaceTime or something? So the next thing is to look them up online. Definitely search them out, look at their reviews. Does the company have any reviews at all? That's a big, huge indicator. Look at their biography. How long have they been in business? This individual, I'm not here to say that people that have been in the business a short time are not good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's important. You're putting the whole livelihood of your family and your move in this person and company's hands, and I believe that it's super important, okay? Do they have a professional website? Do they have a brick and mortar office, or is this a person that's working out of their house virtually? So do they have an office space? How do they work, okay? Number, 3 or 4, right? I'm not numbering them, but basically how many number of years this individual has in the business. The reason I say that is experience really does make a difference a lot of the time. I don't want to say all of the time, but there's mistakes that can happen. Your earnest money is at risk. Your work, your family, everybody has different dynamics. Some clients have tighter, unnegotiable timelines than others. So if you're in that spot, making sure if it's someone that's referred to you, that person likely has more of an investment in making sure that your transaction does not go badly because they were referred by a trusted referral source. So again, not to say that someone who's not referred to you, it's a bad decision. I'm just saying that that's a dynamic to think about if that's time sensitivity is important to you to closing on time, okay? The next thing is, where does this individual or company receive their source of business? Are they an online internet lead generator of loans? Are they referral only? How do they generate their business? Do realtors refer them? The thing that's important about this, guys, is that if someone receives referral business only, again, the level of aptitude and the level of professionalism is generally a lot higher. Okay, so I, for example, am 100% referral. I do not pay for advertising. I do not want to pay for advertising. I use YouTube as credibility and just letting people know that I know what I'm talking about. But I don't expect to get leads from it. If I do, that's great. But I take a lot of pride and honor in people that are referred to me, so I make sure that I'm constantly doing what I say I'm going to do. So again, if that's important to you, it's something that you want to really think about and check off your list to know what you're getting into. Okay. One of the last things, I've got two more, so hang in there with me. And remember, we're talking about how to choose a mortgage lender when you're buying a house. So the last thing is processing and operations of this company. Okay, so you've got the individual that you're working with. And by the way, are you working with that individual the whole time? Are you going to be working with a processing center that's thousands of miles away from that individual? So are you the person that convinced you that they're the right choice to place your lending business, is that the person that's going to carry you out to fruition? So operationally, who are you going to be dealing with throughout the process? Okay. There's some companies, larger companies, that have processing centers, and you dial a 1-800 number with a 5-digit extension, and you're on a rotation and you get a different person every time. So if that's okay with you, that's great. If it's not okay with you, you might want to know and ask, how is the operations and processing and stuff going to be handled? Who am I going to be dealing with throughout the process? I believe is super important. And are they accessible? Are you accessible by text? Are you accessible by email? Depending on what your specific preferred method of communication is. We've got a lot of international clients, so we have people that are, need to call me by WhatsApp, or they need to, call me through wireless. I just had someone today, they called me through WhatsApp, and we need to have wireless capability. There's a lot of larger companies that they don't communicate that way. So if that's what you need, that might not be a good choice for you. The last thing I'll talk about, and then we're done, so hang in there with me, how to buy a house, how to choose a lender. Comparing rates and fees. So when you're choosing a lender, it's very easy to be tempted by, oh my gosh, this is the absolute lowest rate. However, make sure that you're asking for a loan estimate from all of the different lenders. So I encourage people that are shopping around for a loan to make sure that they narrow down their choices in the beginning when they're pre-approving, okay? And pre-approving with more than one lender is a great idea, so that then when you're under contract, months from the pre-approval, or weeks, that you've narrowed down the people that you believe you want to be in the final running for your business, okay? And then when you're close to that contract, that is the time to choose the lender, because months ago, lender A may have been more competitive than lender B. However, lenders go in and out of the market and being competitive all the time. So you've got to really think about that. So they might not be more competitive 2 or 3 months from now when you buy your house. So make sure that you compare, have people at your fingertips that you can say, okay, I'm now under contract. We talked a couple months ago, we got pre-approved. Now what are your rates and terms? So get things in writing. Look at the fees. The interest rate and the fees of the lender fees is the very most important thing, because title company fees, lenders can't control. So you might have one lender that gives a few $100s different in title fees than another. Neither of them can really control. So that's why you want to go also really look closely at a local lender, because we understand in the local market what the local title companies are charging. Look at those side by side. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is all that I have. I just wanted to give you guys some nuggets on how to choose a mortgage lender when buying a house. These are the main criteria that I believe are the most important. We hope you'll watch some of our other videos, and please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Legacy Mutual Mortgage is an equal housing opportunity lender. The opinions expressed here do not reflect those of Legacy Mutual Mortgage.